My tree looks really crooked. You guys, please ignore that. Okay. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be my best of 2018 makeup product video, you guys. I don't know where 2018 went. It literally flew by. I feel like I blinked my eyes and it's coming to an end. I found picking these items really easy because these are all products that I just always used constantly. Like it was really easy to kind of pull from my makeup collection. But yeah, these are the products that I was like 100% like, yes, you were the best of 2018. I used you all the time. So give this video a thumbs up if you guys are excited to see the products that I loved in 2018. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. If you guys are not subscribed, it would mean so much to me. And let's just jump right in. This video is gonna be so long. Oh my gosh, I apologize. Okay, let's just start off. So the first item that I'm gonna go in order from like primer to foundation, concealer, all that stuff. So this first product that I'm gonna talk about is more of like a kind of like, I wouldn't say skincare, but it's not really a primer either. I'm just gonna talk about it before I confuse you. So this is the by Terry Cellularose Brightening CC Serum. This was a big hit for me in 2018. I actually purchased this because of Megan Grubb. Here on YouTube, she's absolutely flawless. I watch her on YouTube and she does a lot of fitness vlogs and just daily vlogs and stuff like that. And I just love her to death. And she always looks so glowy and just so beautiful. So I had to get this because of her recommendation. And I love this. This is perfect for those days that you just feel like your skin looks dull, but you want to have kind of a glow going on, a little bit of color. So this one is in the color Sunny Flash. This is a very pricey product, but I will 100% repurchase it when I run out. It is in a pump. Mine's a little bit dirty, but this makes my skin look so like bronzed, glowy. It looks like I was in the sun. It just is so beautiful. I like to put this under foundation sometimes to give me that extra glow, but I do like to wear this on days that like if I'm going to the gym and I don't want foundation on, I will put this on and it just makes my skin look alive. So I really love this. This was definitely a big hit in 2018 for me. I do want to also mention everything that I'm going to be talking about is going to be in the description box so that you guys can shop through those links so that it's easier for you. Alright, next up are primers, you guys. I never used to be a huge primer girl, but I have to say in 2018 I definitely kind of did use primers a little bit more. I feel like they just make my skin feel really moisturized and feel really nice. So the two that I definitely went back and forth with in 2018 were these two. Actually empty. This is the Becca First Light Priming Filter. So this one is obviously the purple one. This just makes my skin hydrated like no other. It feels so moisturizing on my skin. If you guys are not a subscriber, then I do want to mention that I do have dry skin. So most of these products I'm talking about do work well for my skin type. So this is so good for those days that my skin just felt like it needed a drink of water. Loved this. Definitely going to repurchase it. It is completely empty right now. Like I literally can't get anything else. Well, we got a drop. It just feels so moisturizing. So I love this. You know, I don't know if this makes my makeup last longer. It definitely does make the foundation sit really nice on top of this. So definitely was a hit for me. This was actually a new product for me in 2018. I never used this before. This is the Too Faced Hangover X Replenishing Face Primer. This just really does make my skin so moisturized. I know I was just saying the other one did too, but this one just does something. It does have like a squeezy tube, which I love. I love the scent of it. It has like a coconut scent to it. It's just so refreshing on the skin. So I definitely bounced back between this one and the other one. All right, you guys. So foundation, okay? Foundation. So I do have 5 foundations that I want to talk about and I'm just going to breeze through them. These are the 5 foundations that I really just bounced back and forth between in 2018 and I obviously used other foundations and I do love other foundations, but these were like my staple 5. So the first one is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. This is a cult favorite of mine. I use this on a lot of my brides whenever I do makeup for weddings or prom makeup. It is a beautiful finish. It looks good on so many different skin tones. It has great coverage. It looks really healthy on the skin. Of course my battery would be dying right now. This is just a great foundation. I will always have this in my collection. It looks stunning on the skin and it does last a really long time. The next foundation I want to talk about is actually a drugstore foundation. This is the Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation. This is such a good drugstore foundation. It has good coverage, but it's not like a cakey coverage. Like, it just looks really healthy on the skin, which is why I'm sure they called it the healthy foundation. It has this doe foot applicator and it just applies really nicely on the skin. It blends out beautifully. It gives my skin a gorgeous, healthy glow. Love this one. The other foundation from the drugstore is this. This was a huge, huge hit for me in 2018. This is the CoverGirl Healthy Elixir Foundation. I have to say this probably is my favorite foundation from the drugstore right now. It is so good. I really just love the way this looks on my skin. It is very full coverage. It definitely lasts the longest on my skin out of any drugstore foundation I've used, and it just looks really good on dry skin, so I love this one. This next foundation is by Mercier. This is the Candle Glow Soft Luminous Foundation, you guys. I love this foundation. It's what's on my skin today. This actually does give your skin like that candle glow effect. Like, it just looks so pretty and healthy and glowy, and I love it so much. This is definitely not like overly glowy, so if you're someone that has oily skin, I don't know how this would wear, but I feel like it would be really pretty on a lot of different skin types. This one is in the color Buff. I just love this foundation. It looks so beautiful. And then the last foundation is definitely another staple, and that is the Hourglass Vanish Foundation Stick. I am obsessed with this foundation. It is my all-time favorite stick foundation. This gives me a beautiful finish. This is a foundation that I always like to use if I'm going to like a special event, which I never do, or if I'm like going out for the night and I just want my skin to look like flawless. This is the foundation that I always use. It is so beautiful. So those are all the foundations that I definitely used throughout 2018. Moving on to concealer, I have 3 that I want to talk about. The first one is being the Tarte Shape Tape. You guys, I don't have to stay on this subject for very long. This concealer is such a good concealer, and I highly recommend trying it if you guys have not already. I just feel like I'm beating a dead horse with this. It is a beautiful full coverage concealer that I will always have in my collection. It's definitely a staple of mine, and it's not going anywhere. This next one I have to mention because even though I just got this a couple weeks ago, it's definitely a staple of mine now because I think I like it better than the Tarte Shape Tape, and I did not think those words would ever come out of my mouth. I wasn't really trying any new concealers because the Tarte Shape Tape is like the best. You guys, I am obsessed with this. This is the Jouer Concealer. What is the name of this? Essential High Coverage Liquid Concealer. Creaseless, soft matte, amazing. I am obsessed with this. It's actually what I have on my under eyes today. It blends out so nice. I would say this one's a little bit more of a lightweight formula than the Tarte Shape Tape, but it has such amazing coverage and it sits really nice under my eyes. It doesn't get as dry, and I think I found my new favorite concealer. I think I did. And then the other concealer that I have to talk about is from the drugstore. This is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Concealer. This is my all-time favorite concealer from the drugstore, hands down. It is an amazing concealer. The packaging is so pretty, and they do have so many different shades to choose from. This is just a really nice option if you guys are on a budget and you want to try a drugstore concealer. This is my new favorite one from the drugstore for sure. I'm just going to quickly talk about some cream products before we get into powders. The first one I have to talk about is this. This is actually something that I got in my BoxyCharm, I think. It's by the brand Temptu, and it is their shimmer bronzer. Now, the weird thing about this is, to me, it's not really shimmery. Whenever I apply this on my skin, it gives my skin almost like that like really pretty sun-kissed glow, but it doesn't have like, I don't see shimmer in it. So I have been obsessed with this, you guys. I actually have this on as like my cream bronzer, and then I obviously topped it with a powder after, but I have been loving using this before putting any bronzer on. I just feel like it gives your skin a really healthy glow, and to me, it almost has more of like a cooler tone to it, which is what I really like about it. It gives you like kind of like a contoured effect, but you also look glowy. I don't really know how to explain it, but I love this. If you guys want to see this makeup look, let me know, because I definitely use a lot of these products that I'm going to be talking about. This so far is like my favorite cream bronzer that I've ever used. And then moving on to cream highlight, this one is definitely a staple. This is the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek Highlight in the color On the Cusp. I'm obsessed with this. This is actually created by Kathleen Lights, another favorite YouTuber of mine. As you can see, I have hit pan on this. This is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cream highlight. I actually don't have this on my cheeks today, but I had to talk about it because it is absolutely stunning. That was definitely a staple in 2018. How many times am I gonna say 2018? I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. All right, moving on to powder, you guys. I have five. The first one, this is the Too Faced Peach Perfect Powder. This is the second one I've gone through. This is such an amazing setting powder. I feel like this would be great if you have oily skin because it really does give you a mattifying effect, but it does not look dry or cakey or any of that. It is probably definitely up there with my favorite powders for sure. It has a really nice like peachy scent to it. This was definitely a favorite of mine and it will continue to be a favorite of mine. It is absolutely amazing. The next powder that I want to talk about is, this is so expensive. So expensive, but so worth every penny, you guys. I love this powder with my whole heart. It is it might be my favorite. I think it's my favorite only because I do have dry skin, so I do like to use this because it gives my skin this really, really nice finish. I can't explain it. It's not shimmery, but it gives you almost like not a glow, because that sounds scary for the under eyes or for a setting powder. But let me tell you, this is good. This is the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. You guys, this is worth every single penny. I do not regret buying this at all. It is so amazing, you guys. So this is what the packaging looks like. Absolutely amazing. I wouldn't expect anything less with Hourglass. Their packaging is always flawless. I feel like I've used the crap out of this, but I feel like there's a good amount in here still, which makes me happy because I won't be poor. But I will tell you guys that I will definitely be repurchasing this. It is flawless. If you guys have dry skin and you feel like your under eyes can sometimes get a little crepey, definitely check this powder out. It is what I like to use to set my under eyes. It's flawless. The next powder I want to talk about is actually from the drugstore. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. This is a great, great powder. This is definitely probably, I think, the only loose setting powder in the drugstore. Correct me if I'm wrong. I probably am wrong. This is a great powder. If I really am looking for like a baked under eye, or if I want to clean up anything under here, this is the powder that I like to use. It is a great alternative at the drugstore. If you have not tried this, definitely recommend. And then the next powder that I want to talk about is, this is the Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder. That's a really long name. And this is in the color medium. This is by Charlotte Tilbury. As you can see, I've loved this powder. It is a great powder to set all over your face. I honestly feel like I haven't reached for this just recently, only because I have hit pan and I know that it's coming to an end and I want to savor it. So like, I haven't used it, but it is amazing. Definitely recommend this powder. The last powder that I want to talk about to set my face is this. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette. I've had this for a while and I have hit pan on this middle shade here. I really, really like using this powder, especially these two shades, for putting right in this area. I actually learned this trick from Jaclyn Hill and it works amazing. So if you have dry skin and you feel like your face just looks powdery and you want to bring like that natural glow back to your skin, I like to mix these two and just put it right in the apples of my cheek. I will put it on my forehead, my chin, and it doesn't give me like an overly glowy effect. Like, it doesn't look like I dipped my face in highlight, but it does give my skin some life back after setting it with all of that powder. So that's just a trick that I like to use, and the Hourglass powders are absolutely amazing. So worth the money. This next product, I think I have used every single day since I bought it. And I'm not kidding you when I say that. This is the Smashbox, the Cali Contour Shape Bronze Glow Palette, you guys. No. Okay, that would happen as soon as I'm filming. Okay, well, the cooler shade Contour just fell out of this palette onto the ground. So that's really depressing because I have used this palette every single day since I've gotten it. I've had it for like 6 months now. So if you guys have been subscribed to my channel for a while and you've watched my makeup tutorials, you know that I use this palette all the time. I do like to mix these two shades. Unfortunately, I can't now. These two shades are amazing for my contour. That's what I have on my skin today. It is an amazing powder. I've never had any patchiness with this at all. It blends out like a dream. And there's actually a blush in here that it's really pretty, and also this kind of like banana shade, which I don't really dabble into that often just because I use the powders that I love. But it is an amazing palette, especially if you like to travel. Definitely recommend. Alright, there were two bronzers that really stood out to me this year. The first one is actually a drugstore bronzer, and I'm sure you guys have heard of this. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This smells like you are living in Hawaii. It smells like you're on a beach. It's amazing, and it doesn't get old. Like, the smell of it I love using in the winter because it just makes me excited for the summer. So this one is actually the deeper shade. They have a couple different shades, and I like the deeper one because it really does show up on my skin better. It is an amazing bronzer. It really does apply like butter. I am obsessed with this. I will never go without it. It is a staple and it is affordable, so you just can't go wrong with it. And then the other bronzer that I want to talk about is actually a pricier product. This is the Marc Jacobs Tantric Omega Bronzer. This is a great bronzer. It's definitely more of like a cooler tone than a warmer tone. It's weird. It has like a red undertone, but it's like cooler tone. I don't know if that makes any sense at all, but it definitely does fall on like the cooler spectrum. So if you are someone that likes cooler tone bronzer and you have the money to spend, I definitely recommend trying this. It's definitely a great product to have in the collection. I really like it because it has a huge mirror, so I like to use this when I'm doing a lot of like detail on my eyes. Just a great bronzer. I love it. All right, moving on to blush. So these two blushes are pretty much the only blushes I ever used in 2018. The first one being this. This is the Burt's Bees blush in the color Toasted Cinnamon. This is such a beautiful blush. If you like warm tones and you don't like a pink blush, this is definitely a beautiful blush to try. Fantastic formula, blends out like a dream. I want to try their other shades, but I've never seen them in stores yet, which I'm kind of bummed about. I think you can only get this online, and they're always sold out because it is a great formula. Their packaging is so cute. I don't know if you guys will be able to see, but it has like little honeycombs in it. It is amazing. I love this blush so much. And then the other blush is by this brand called Note, and this is in the color Desert Rose. I believe you can get this brand at Ulta, and this has become one of my all-time favorite blushes ever. It is what is on my cheeks today. It is such a beautiful, like really rich, peachy, warm tone shade. I know it looks really scary, like it looks really scary right here, but when you put it on your cheeks, it is so pigmented. It is so pigmented. I barely put my brush in here and put it on the cheeks, and it just looks so beautiful. I love this blush so much. It goes with so many different makeup looks, and it's just great. It's a great formula, and it's really affordable too. I believe it retails for around $11, I think, and it is a fantastic blush. Moving on to highlighters. I just have three here that I want to talk about. The first one is probably my favorite highlight of all time, you guys, and that is the Anastasia Amrezy highlighter. This was like limited edition, but then she brought it back for the holidays, and I think it is still in stock. If you can get your hands on this, please do. I actually ordered 2 more. I don't know what it is about this highlight. It goes on my skin like butter. It never looks like too textured or anything like that, and it is so blinding. It's so gorgeous. A little bit of this goes a very long way. It looks so beautiful on so many different skin tones. I have found my new favorite highlight. It is just so stunning. I'm so sad that it's limited. I really hope that they bring this back as a permanent highlight because I barely used any other highlights this year ever since I got this. It is just so good. This is actually from the drugstore. This is the Maybelline Master Chrome Metallic Highlighter. This is so pigmented for a drugstore highlight, and I hate saying that because I feel like there are so many good things at the drugstore, so I hate to say like it's so pigmented for drugstore because they do have pigmented products, but this is a formula that just blew me away when I first got it. It is so pigmented, you guys, and I would say that it's very similar to the formula of the Anastasia Amrezy one. but it's a different shade. So this one is definitely more of like a gold, whereas Anastasia's one is more of like a champagne gold. So if you like a really gold highlight, definitely check this one out. This is in the color Molten Gold, and it is so, so stunning. I really liked this in the summer because I had a really nice tan, so this just really complemented the tan really nicely. And then I do want to talk about this because this is another really great product by Hourglass. This is their Ambient Metallic Strobing Highlighting Palette, and this is stunning. Like, I am so in love with this highlighter. It is so, so stunning. I know that these are on the pricey side, and believe me, it hurts when you purchase this. You're like, ooh, that hurt. But it is so, so worth the money, you guys. Like, what? What? You guys, these are so gorgeous. I love this like pinky shade right here. It would look so pretty on those of you that have like a lighter skin tone. And there's also a variety in here. There's this darker shade as well for those of you that have a little bit of a deeper skin tone. But look at that. That is so, so stunning, you guys. I feel like this was a limited edition, and I'm really sorry if it was, but if it's still available, please get your hands on it. You will not regret it. It is stunning. And then I'm not really talking about brushes in this video. This is mainly just products, but I had to talk about this because this is the best highlighting brush to ever exist, in my opinion. This is the Real Techniques highlighting brush. It is the most perfect highlighting brush. It picks up the product and it puts it on so nicely. I have used other highlighting brushes in the past, and I just don't get the oomph that this brush gives me. I just love it so much. It just is like a perfect little size to get in there. I had to mention this because it's affordable, and I feel like it'll definitely change your highlight game. So definitely check it out. I'm trying to get this through this video as fast as I can without being super boring. All right, moving on. I just am going to quickly cover brows. So there are a couple standout products for me in 2018 when it came to brows. This is actually kind of on like the newer side to me, so more towards like the end of 2018 I discovered this, and this is by the brand I couldn't tell you because it has wiped off, and I'm so sad about it because I'm pretty sure this came in a BoxyCharm. If you guys know what the brand of this is, please let me know. I believe this was like a universal kind of brow shade, and it just is a really, really nice shade for my eyebrows. It is what I have filled in for my brows today. I love it because it does have the little spoolie on this side, and the shape of this reminds me 100% of the Definer Brow by Anastasia. I don't know if you guys will be able to even see that, but it does have that kind of like triangle shape. So it's really easy to fill my brows in with this. This has become a recent favorite of mine, and I'm really upset about it because I don't know the brand of this. So if you guys do, let me know, because this was useless to even mention because I can't even tell you guys the name of it. So I'm the worst YouTuber to exist. Moving on, definitely was another kind of like newer product in 2018 for me. This is the Benefit Brow Contour Pro. This is like the pen. So there's different shades that you can purchase, but you still will get a bunch of different shades, if that makes sense. This one I believe is the brown light shade, and you get a variety of different shades. You get a lighter brown, a darker brown, you get a highlight shade, and the concept of this is so cool. I like to use this to really detail, so once I use that other brow pencil, I like to go in and kind of detail with this one. This is definitely a staple for me now. The thing I love most about it is the highlighter shade. So once you fill in your brows, if you get a little sloppy or messy, you can go in with this and really just clean up underneath your brow, and it works amazing. So it's like a 3-in-1. It's actually a 4-in-1 product, and I love it so, so much. And then the last product for brows is this. I don't know if Benefit like changed the packaging, because whenever I always search this online, I feel like the packaging is different. I'm hoping the product is still the same because I need to repurchase it because I actually just ran out of it. This is the Benefit Ready Set Brow. I think it's still the same formula, but they just changed the packaging. I love the applicator on this. It makes it really easy to just brush through my brows and set them in place. And the formula of this is amazing. My brows do not budge when I use this. I love it so much. I feel like Benefit really killed it with brows this year. Alright, moving on to mascara. You guys probably know what I'm going to say if you have been subscribed to me for a while. I'm going to keep this really short and sweet. I had two standout mascara that I used all throughout 2018 and I didn't use anything else. The first one is the Lancome Mercier Big Mascara. This mascara gives my lashes volume like no other mascara has. I cannot explain it. It is the best mascara ever to exist. This just really coats my lashes and gives me such long and full lashes like no other. And then the other mascara is the Superhero Mascara by IT Cosmetics. This is a little bit more of a wet formula and it does give your lashes a little bit of a clumpier vibe. I just love the way that these two work together. I do want to mention this mascara because I feel like this mascara is the best mascara from the drugstore, and whenever I don't want to use these mascaras, I use this one, and it is brand new. It is by L'Oreal. It's the Voluminous Lash Paradise Mascara. This mascara is by far, in my opinion, the best mascara from the drugstore. It just really, it reminds me a lot of this one actually, and it gives my lashes so much volume. I love it so much. L'Oreal, in my opinion, has the best mascara from the drugstore for sure. Alright you guys, so I had to switch cameras real quick, so that's why this looks different. Alright, so this next product is the Marc Jacobs Highliner Matte Gel Eye Crayon. Now, I actually love all of the formulas of these. This one I just wanted to talk about because I used it the most in 2018. And this one is in the color Brownie. It is just a brown eyeliner, but it is so creamy. I like to use this to fill in my beauty mark right here. Whenever I do my foundation, it always covers it, so I will go in and just dot this right on top, and I find that it lasts all day. It never smears or anything like that, and it lasts on the waterline forever. So I definitely recommend the Marc Jacobs highliners. They are absolutely amazing, and there are so many different colors. Alright you guys, so moving into palettes. I have 4 to talk about, and I'm just being 100% real with you guys. I only used these palettes that I'm going to talk about. Yes, there were maybe a couple times here and there where I was trying out new eyeshadow palettes, but these are the palettes that I pretty much was using for like my everyday looks or whatever. Just these are the palettes that I used. The first one being the Jaclyn Hill palette. You guys knew this was coming. I find it so hard to use any other eyeshadow palettes when I have this because I love the formula of it. There are so many different colors to choose from. I know that you guys are probably sick of me talking about this palette, but it really is such a fantastic palette. With this palette, you can get this at Ulta. It's very affordable and it is worth it. I would pay 50 bucks for this palette. I would pay 100 bucks for this palette. I don't care if you don't like her. I love her, but if you don't like her, you should still try this palette because it is absolutely amazing. The other eyeshadow palette that I think was definitely a staple is this. This is the Soft Glam palette by Anastasia. Anastasia can do no wrong. Like, I just feel like their eyeshadow palettes are always good. I know there was that one palette, I think it was the Subculture palette, that was having issues. I never tried that palette, so I can't really speak for that. But I love the Modern Renaissance in this, but this one is probably my second favorite from the Modern Renaissance. It just has so many gorgeous shades in here. This is definitely like a great palette if you love like warm tones or even cool tones. There's a couple pops of cool tones in here as well. You can create so many different eye looks with this palette. Alright, moving on to this palette that I reached for a lot is the NARS Narcissist eyeshadow palette, and this is their Wanted palette. I'm really sorry for mentioning this because you cannot find it. I don't know. I really didn't know this was limited edition when I purchased it. This is what the packaging looks like, and it has this really nice mirror in here and these beautiful shades. I've mentioned this in a couple favorites videos, and it is because I truly do love this palette. It blends out really nicely. The colors in here are just so pigmented and so beautiful. I love this kind of like, I don't even know what you would call that. It's like a cranberry shade. So pretty. It's just a great palette, and I really love these two kind of neutral shades. Those are so easy to just pop in the crease. Really nice size, good to travel with, and I really love those shades. And then the last palette that I wanted that was definitely a staple standout product is this one, and this is the Zodiac palette by Kathleen Lights and ColourPop. This is such a gorgeous, gorgeous palette. I loved the idea of this. I thought it was such a good idea, and I just love how ColourPop is so affordable, but you get a mirror, you get these gorgeous, gorgeous shades in here, and I really love this blue. I think it's so pretty and so different and really pigmented. Also, this purple is really nice too. I use this a ton in the summer. I remember I always did, I think I did this in the crease, this Taurus shade, and then I would do this in the outer corner, and then I would pop one of these shades on the lid, and I was good to go. In this color right here, this shade is stunning, you guys. Like, so gorgeous. ColourPop is such a great brand. This is definitely one that I use the most. The last product for eyes that I wanted to talk about are these lashes by Euphoria by Jazzy. I have to mention these because these were like the only lashes that I really wore besides the Ardell Demi Wispies, which are what I have on today. But these are like the only glam lashes that I would wear, and not just these ones in general. I actually had a bunch that I already used and I have to repurchase. Jazzy was kind enough to send me these lashes a while ago, and I truly loved them. So if you guys don't know who Jazzy is, she is a YouTuber and I love her. She's so beautiful, and we actually started our channels like around the same time, and she's doing so well. Her lashes are great, so if you have never checked them out, I definitely recommend checking them out. And also, I do have a discount code that you can use if you want to save some money on these. No, this is not sponsored. She has no idea I'm talking about these lashes, but they are great. So I had to mention those. I just have lips to talk about and a setting spray, and then we are done. And there's a lot to talk about. So the first lip product that I wanted to talk about is this little bitty guy, and this is a lip liner, and this is by NYX. This is their Slide On, Glide On, Stay On, and Definitely a Turn On. Oh, okay. This lip liner is the absolute best from the drugstore and the best one I've ever actually used, as you can see, and this is probably the third one I've purchased. So I love this so much, you guys, and I'm an idiot and I didn't sharpen it before this video, so it's really dull. So ow, that is it right there. It is the perfect mauve-y, like everyday lip color. I don't know how to explain it, but I love applying this on my lips and then just throwing a gloss over it, and it looks stunning. It looks like a Your Lips but better color. This also looks so good underneath all of these lip products that I'm going to talk about in a second. It is the perfect undertone. Definitely check it out. I didn't even say the color of it. Is in the color Nude Suede Shoes. So I'm going to talk about liquid lipsticks first, and I do have a couple here to talk about, and they are all pretty much in the same shade. You guys know I love nudes. I love pinky nudes, I love mauve nudes, and that's the tea on that. So, ew, I'll never say that again. So the first one that I want to talk about is by CoverGirl. This is their Melting Pout Matte. This is in the color Ballerina. I used the crap out of this, you guys. I don't even know if there's anything left in here. This is just a great formula from the drugstore. The color is so pretty. So that is what it looks like right there. It is the perfect, like, pink, but it's not too pink. It's not bright pink. It's just a really nice kind of mauve pink. And you guys know, if you've been subscribed, you know that I love mauve pinks, and this is definitely a favorite of mine. It doesn't get like crepey or cakey throughout the day. It doesn't give you that like butthole lip that some liquid lipsticks will give you. It's just a great formula, so definitely check out CoverGirl. It's also affordable, so that's awesome. The next liquid lipstick that I want to talk about is from Kylie Cosmetics, and this one is in the color Bear. I used Candy K a lot as well, but I do want to mention this because I do love the color of this. It is a really gorgeous, it kind of reminds me a lot of the one that I just showed you, but it's a little bit more of like a purpley undertone. That's it right there. Lasts for a very long time on my lips, I will say that. They are a little bit drying, so I feel like some of her colors are hit and miss. I definitely like her satin finish way more. It doesn't last as long, but I like it way more. So this one is in the color Bear. I use this one and Candy K the most, so I had to talk about it. The next one that I wanted to talk about is from Kat Von D. This one is in the color Bow and Arrow. I've never gotten so many compliments on a liquid lipstick as I do when I wear this one. The color of it is so unique. It is definitely like a very strange undertone, but I love it. It has like a very cool tone undertone to it, but whenever I wear it, people always compliment me. It's like a very browny nude, but like cool toned brown. But when I do top this with a lipstick, I find the formula a little bit more comfortable on my lips. I do find with these, they do get a little see-through, like you definitely do need to layer these. That was another favorite of mine. And then this blew me away. This is by Maybelline, and this is their Super Stay Matte Ink Liquid Lipstick. If you have never tried these and you like a liquid lipstick, you need to pause this video and you need to go to your local Walmart, Walgreens, Ulta, wherever sells Maybelline, and you need to try this formula because it is the most long-wearing liquid lipstick I've ever used in my entire life. And that's including high-end. This has blown any other liquid lipstick out of the park with lasting formula-wise. This color is gorgeous. This is definitely a more pinky shade, so if you do not like pinky liquid lipsticks, this is not your shade. They have so many other ones to choose from. I probably wore this 80% of the year. Like, it is such a good liquid lipstick, but I rarely ever just put a liquid lipstick on and call it a day. I always top it with this lipstick because I feel like this color is the perfect lipstick to top on top of a liquid lipstick to make it that perfect nude color. And this is by CoverGirl. This is their cream lipstick. That's what it says, cream 230 cream. It is the perfect peachy pink that I have ever seen. It is flawless. I love putting this on top all of my liquid lipsticks. It makes every liquid lipstick look so nice. It is so creamy, so that is why I really like putting this on top of liquid lipsticks, because it gives the liquid lipstick a little bit of creaminess, but it doesn't like take the liquid lipstick off, if that makes sense. If you would ask me like what lipstick could you live with the rest of your life if they took away all lipsticks, this would be it. All right, moving on to lip gloss. I just have 3 to talk about here, and these are definitely staples of mine. These were the only lip glosses I really ever used. The first one is this, and this is the Dior Lip Maximizer. This is so pretty. This makes my lips look so juicy, and it does have a little bit of like a tingling sensation, but it's not really uncomfortable. Like, I don't love tingling formulas, but this definitely does give your lips like a bigger effect because they look so juicy. And I love using this lip liner with this lip gloss. That is like my everyday makeup look. I love doing that. The next one is the Fenty Gloss Bomb. This is the perfect gloss for everyday wear, for every skin tone. It is so gorgeous. It's the color Fenty Glow. I think it's her only gloss bomb. I think she actually might have released another shade, but this one is like her first original one. And I feel like this is definitely a staple in a lot of people's 2018 favorites. I feel like you're gonna see this being talked about a lot because it is such a great lip gloss. It has this big applicator. It is perfect for getting right on your lips. It smells so fruity and it just smells so good. It takes me back to my childhood. This is like your lip but better lip gloss. Like, if you just don't have anything on your lips and you throw this on, it looks beautiful. And then the last gloss that I want to talk about is kind of more a recent favorite of mine because they did release this towards like the end of the year. And this is the Bite Beauty French Press Lip Gloss in the color Flat White. It smells like coffee beans. I'm going for a very nude lip and I want like a little bit of gloss, but not something that's like overly glossy. I'll put it on and show you guys what I mean, but it definitely gives your lips a more like nuded out effect, and that's why I like it, because if you apply a liquid lipstick that's not like nude enough or you want just to tone down your lips, this is the gloss that I like to go for to do that, and I loved it this year. Okay, you guys, the last product that I'm going to talk about is a setting spray, and surprise surprise, it is the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. This is actually pretty much empty. I actually used like the last bit of this today. I do have a backup, and this is just the best setting spray. It just really finishes off my look. Like, whenever I do my makeup, I always look forward to spraying this on my face. It just feels so refreshing, but it also melts everything together and makes it look less makeup-y, and I just love it for that. So really love this setting spray. It's more of an affordable setting spray, so I highly recommend trying this out. Whew, That was a long one. So that is the end of this video. If you guys made it this far, wow, first of all, let's leave an emoji. If you guys made it to the end of this video, leave a Christmas tree emoji down below so I know that you guys made it to the end of this video because, wow, that was a long one and this is not gonna be fun to edit. So give this video a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed it and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.